Today we are taking a look at the World Cup icon, Stoichkov. He's an SBC, is he worth it? Let's find out.
Yes, Rob. Obviously, there's a certain man from Brazil called Jairzinho that's just come out. So
Yes.
he's, give or take, just about, he's a little bit less than double this man's price. So
Yeah.
we're going to come to the conclusion, who's worth the money more? Who do you want to do? Stoichkov, I'm looking at him, Rob. He's got three face stats over 90, which is incredible for this point of the game. Coming in about 600k. I want to know, Rob, how was his shooting? Because that's kind of like the big, the big selling point. Everything over 90, 93 finishing is mad.
Yeah.
91 shot power. Tell me about it, Rob.
His shooting is ridiculous, boys, genuinely. The 4-star weak foot as well, which I think, despite all the other upgrades and everything, I think that's the most noticeable because it's the only card of his that has that, if that makes sense. So it's huge, being able to shoot on both feet. I think a 3-star to a 4-star is a huge upgrade. I know it's only 1-star, but 3-star, it turns me away from players occasionally, I can't lie.
So, boys, eons ago, EA explained it in that the left foot for Stoichkov, for an example, is, imagine all these stats are 100%.
Yeah.
If he's got 3-star, they're at 60% of those stats. So it's like more than, it's almost half in them, which is crazy.
Exactly.
Whereas up to a 4 is 80% of them, which is a great, massive increase. Going from like 20 to 40, it's shit and then it's still shit.
Yeah.
40 to 60, okay. But 60 to 80, that's a massive upgrade. So that's why you notice the 3-star to 4-star upgrade in terms of weak foot, so much more so than anything else on the card.
Absolutely, and the fact that his shooting stats are ridiculous to begin with as well helps, definitely.
Yes.
Like, I know, the one thing about him, he doesn't have any shooting traits.
Yeah.
But his shooting stats make up for it, because there's not a single one lower than 90, which is outrageous.
Yes. Yeah, was he a finisher in the box? Much like myself.
He finished in my box. No, genuinely, his finishing's perfect, the shot power is sensational, the travellas, the finesses, the power shots. Whatever you want to hit with him, you can trust that it's going to go in.
And that's, I think, probably the most underrated thing in a card, that you don't have to think too much. You shoot, you score. It's as simple as that. It's like me on a night out in the club. You know what I'm saying, boys?
Yeah.
Yeah. So another thing that I want to bring attention to, Rob, real quick, is it's not a stat. It's not a star, it's not a trait, it's his positions. He can play left wing, striker, and right wing, which, as we've now learned, is huge in squad building, in squad building terms.
Yeah.
It helps so much having players that are very versatile in terms of positioning.
Yeah, absolutely it does. I mean, like you say, it helps in the fact that, like, there's players like Jairzinho that can only play right wing. So if I get him in there, so you can play Stoichkov right wing if you've got a striker. Then if you get and pack someone else, move him somewhere else to accommodate the new players. It's always nice to have a player that can stay in your team and accommodate different players by moving into, like, vacating positions for them almost.
Yeah, he's a polite man.
He is. He sees an elderly woman get on the bus. Yeah, he sees an elderly Mbappe get on the bus. He's like, oh, you know what? You can have this striker position. I'll stand up. I'll go over here to right wing. Not an issue. No problem at all.
Boys, be more like Christo. Be a polite person. There you go. That's a life lesson. That's a life lesson.
Like Tyson's from the chat, boys.
That's a life lesson with Backpage. So, Rob, I want to talk about his ability at playing these different positions in game. Do you think he's cut out for the wing? Do you think he can play cam? Because his passing's pretty good as well. He's got 87 short pass, 88 vision.
Yeah, so I did play him striker, but I think that is the best position for him. But like I say, if you have got other more suitable players, perhaps, I think he'd definitely do a job at cam. I just don't run a cam. His passing is definitely good enough. His passing is brilliant. He's got the 4-star skills, he's got the pace, the shooting, the dribbling. He's going to be a perfect cam. He's going to be perfect on the wing. I mean, you might think 91 pace isn't that fast for the wing, but he feels fast, because he's got quite a big body, he's strong. I don't think he'd struggle there at all, to be honest with you.
Fair. I think it looks like a great, really, really great card, to be honest with you. I don't think there's any downsides on the face of it. Was there anything that let you down with the card? Do you think there's anything that kind of has made you ever so slightly regret doing the SBC, or no?
The only thing that makes me regret doing the SBC is Jairzinho coming out.
Yes.
Yeah. So I started Stoichkov before that. I'd committed an 87 squad, and once you've committed that far, Jet, there's no turning back, is there?
There isn't. I think they provide different roles in a way. Like Stoichkov, I think, is a bit more no-nonsense. Put the ball in the bloody goal, in the goal hole. Whereas Jairzinho, he's a bit more creative with the 5-star skills. It's quite helpful. I think Jairzinho is probably going to be better on the wing. If you are looking for a winger, I'd probably do Jairzinho, to be honest, because he's high as well, which is very nice. One thing that I want to touch on, Rob, is the 92 aggression and 82 strength. Like you say already, he's a big boy.
Oh, yeah.
Is he nasty? Does he bully you? Does he punish you, you might say?
Yeah, he's absolutely a bully. I've got him and Puskas up front. Review coming soon, boys. Make sure you subscribe and keep your eyes out for that. But those two up front together, obviously Puskas is stocky, Stoichkov's got the average body type. They're two absolute bruisers up front. They're both fast, they're both strong. They punish people. They punish me. I've let them punish me. God almighty. Get me on that Carl Walker Dominatrix hotline, I don't know. No, genuinely, they're phenomenal up front together. He's strong, he's fast, like say 92 aggression, this man. He doesn't only fight for the badge. He claws with his fingernails for the badge.
He's nasty.
Yes.
He'll spit in your mouth and you'll like it. Speaking of, Robbie, things that you like, what did you give him in the end card as we get into it?
So, I've been looking back at some of our old reviews and I've gone for a 9.6 because I've gave some players like 9.5s. I think he's better than them, but not quite 10 out of 10 level, if that makes sense. So, I think a 9.6 pretty much covers it. One issue, maybe, like his dribbling isn't touch tight, with being average and having 89 balance, 83 agility. He's not the greatest. It's not like how I imagine Jairzinho would feel, who will be joining my club very soon.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah, so I don't think maybe the longevity in terms of dribbling, he's not going to be able to keep up with players that are like your Jairzinhos who have ridiculous dribbling, but he does a job for now, definitely. So that's not an issue. In terms of value, it's a tough one, because I think it's pretty good value for an icon with those stats, with an upgraded weak foot as well. But
he's from Bulgaria. I
from
love my Bulgarian men.
Yes.
Dimitar, if you are watching.
Yeah, he's a generous man. He lets people sit down on the bus, but he doesn't help anyone. He says he can have their seat, but he doesn't help them on the bus. He watches them struggle, but then he lets them have their seat. It's a weird one. What I'm referring to is the fact that he helps no one with chemistry. He gets his 3 points, and he doesn't help anyone whatsoever. So the value comes down a little bit because of Jairzinho as well. So Jairzinho, it's the same squads, but Stoichkov has an 83, one less 86, and one less 89, which in the grand scheme of things, I don't think it's that much difference. Obviously, an 89 squad is ridiculous, but there's fodder flying everywhere. I think you can get it done.
Yeah, I think if you're going to start one from scratch now, I'd probably start Jairzinho, to be honest with you, lads. I would, boys. If you're in Jack's position, maybe, you've got a base Jairzinho, you've got a mid Jairzinho from like SBC, by all means go and get it done. If you've already done Jairzinho, you're looking for someone to partner him up front, Stoichov's going to be that guy for you. Genuinely, he's unbelievable, but if you've only got a finite amount of fodder and you're looking for one to do, I've not done Jairzinho yet, but I think he might be the move. We'll review him soon as well, boys, once I've got him in. I think it's the move. So for that reason, I've given Stoichkov a 7, because it's still good value, but it's not ridiculous. It's not the better value that it probably was a couple of weeks ago, perhaps. No, definitely not. Okay, chem style? I think it's got to be an engine, hasn't it? Really? Yeah, agreed. His shooting's that good that you're not going to notice any difference. No. Altogether, Rob, sounds like a good card. It is, yeah. You think you're going to do him, or is it a hard pass? Nah, probably not. I've got too many attacks on trade wall already, my friend. Yeah. Fair play. You have done an icon SBC, haven't you? Will we see a review of that? Maybe. You'll have to wait and see, boys. You have to wait and find out. He's a certain centre-back. But lads, I hope you've enjoyed today's video. Make sure to subscribe down below. Please do leave a like on the video. It helps us out ever so much. We're getting near 4,000 subscribers, which is absolutely crazy to say. We only started this a couple of years ago. Yeah. Boys, help us out down below. But until next time, I've been Jack. I've been Robbie. We'll be back. And we'll see you in the next one. See you later.